You're multi-hyphenated. You're a radio talent, you're a producer, you're a commercial actor, you're a voice actor, voiceover actor, you're a music producer. My gosh,
Oh,
which
stop.
one
They're already tired of me.
which one is your favorite thing to do, Manny?
All of them. It's crazy. Like, people will ask me, what do I prefer most? Whether it be a radio talent or an MC or, acting. I love it all. Growing up, my favorite MC was Regis Philbin, back in the day, with Live with Kathy and Regis. And then my favorite actor, believe it or not, was Dolphy growing up. Yeah, crazy, huh? I wanted to be Dolphy. So, watching that with my parents growing up, it was crazy. It's an amazing time. And then Brandon Lee, and then, coming to the States. Then, of course, Dante Basco, who played Rufio and Hook. So I just love performing and being creative. So I guess it's all equal. My wife says, focus on one, because that's when you're going to hit it. But I can't focus on one because maybe I have ADD or or whatever. But when I do it all, or when I do one at a time at this, all around the same time, it relaxes me, and it gives me peace when I do it.
Also, when you have that many talent and skills, like why limit yourself, right?
Yeah.
Is it really the age now, Manny, of like finding your niche and sticking to that, or still being able to be the jack of all trades, the Jill of? Because I'm like that too. I do a lot of different things, but
Yeah, you
yeah,
do.
but you do more. So yeah, what is it now? Is this, what age are we in?
We are in the age of do anything to get noticed. No, I don't know.
That's the social media stuff for you.
Yeah, social media. I mean, it's crazy how that takes over. I'm still not a master at TikTok, and I feel like I'm at that age where I feel too old to do TikTok, but I'll do it because I'm bored. So I'll do a
Perhaps.
TikTok. But yeah, exactly. So, it's crazy.
Right. So, congratulations. Despite the craziness, you are doing a lot of wonderful things. Most recently is producing music for this animation on Netflix.
The animated film is called Charming. It's on Netflix. It hit #3 on Netflix just last week. So I did music, believe it or not, about 2 years ago with my producing partner and writing partner, David Cater.
Gonna let the whole world know, don't let me go. We're in control, won't let you go.
It's been receiving amazing reviews, the music alone. And, they gave us a brief summary of the movie, and we just ran with it and matched up with the title. And you can hear it at the end of the movie when the credits start rolling.
Did you expect this kind of reception?
No, we were just writing a song that we loved, and we hope that the producers and directors love, and the whole cast, and they loved it. Soon, I mean, they were texting me after the release on Netflix, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, the song is so perfect!" And those are dreams that you had as a kid growing up, trying to appease everybody. Trying to please everybody, and making sure that you brought something amazing to the project.
And you did. How did you find out that it was a hit? When do you remember? How did you react?
Just when everybody started watching the film, and then it when it first released, it was, I don't know, not even top 10 yet. And then literally like a couple days later, my daughter Isabel says, "Dad, you're #4." I was like, "What do you mean #4?" She was like, "You're #4 on Netflix." I was like, "What?" And and then like literally like 2 days after, it was #3, and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy." So that was exciting to me, like to be a part of a project that that got so much attention, and people are watching it. And actually last night my daughter was walking by somebody's window. She didn't mean to like look in the house or whatever, but they had a big screen, and their blinds were open, and she was like, "Dad, somebody's watching Charming." I was like, "You're a weirdo."
It must be flattering to have your daughter be proud of you like that,
For sure. No,
right?
it's definitely flattering to have any family members, just actually supporting you, and giving you love and showing you love, and them watching all my hard work come to that moment, and them knowing, wow, this is what dad does, you know. Speaking of, she's calling me. Her ears must be burning. But yeah, no, it's an amazing feeling when your kids see how hard, you know, their parents work, and then to see it come to fruition. Like, you know, we did this 2 years ago, but 2 years later, they didn't really see it until now, you know, when it's out on the big screen, and it's an amazing feeling.
You know, and if I may just share, Manny, when I left my former show where we met, I had wanted to be a homemaker.
Oh.
And so I did that. I didn't work for 2 years.
Yeah, I was wondering where you went, because you're so talented, Jannelle. And I'm going to tell this because you are one of those hosts, one of those people that make people feel so comfortable, and you have this thing to bring out people, you know, people's characteristics out when you talk to them, and when it's more like talking to a friend, you know, a very close friend at any given time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't expect that. But anyway, to being a parent. Yeah, I remember that because I remember I didn't work for the first 18 months of my daughter. And then I realized, you know, is this the parent that she's gonna grow up seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Not, I mean, it's tough to be a homemaker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But for me, I thought that I would rather have her see me going out there to work, hustling, you know, getting changed, getting dressed, putting on makeup, whatnot, for her to see that we're trying and working towards whatever we have, right? Yeah. And I'm sure, and that is speaking to what you said about your daughter seeing your hard work. So as an artist, what do you prefer? That, is it better that being, you know, getting attention from people, or getting attention in terms of recognition and awards?
You know, a lot of people do music to get a Grammy. A lot of actors do acting to get Emmys, you know. So that's a great question. You know, why do I love to do it? Because I love to do it. It's my passion. I would love to hopefully get paid for my passion, you know, on a consistent basis, instead of trying to hustle and grind so many times and trying to prove to other people that I'm the guy that they should hire. Even as a host, like I feel like, you know, you and I kind of have those same similarities to talk to people and hopefully get their stories out. So for me, I just want consistency. It's not necessarily like, I would love, of course, the recognitions of, you know, the Grammy Awards and the Emmys and, you know, the Oscars. I would love all that. That would be great. And hopefully that will be one day. But I definitely want consistency so that I can keep working and find the next project.
I love that you love what you do so much that that is the focus, consistency. And you have had that. You have been that. You have been consistently working. So what's the secret? There may be actors, voiceover talent out there that are watching, and they look at you and they're like, man, Manny, wherever you throw him, he's gonna make something. He's gonna create opportunities for himself, or he's gonna find that opportunity. Yeah. So what is the secret to consistency or consistent work in Hollywood, especially?
Even during this pandemic, right? There's so many people that can get negative on themselves and bring down themselves, and then they can't find that oomph to bring them back, you know? I think the secret to consistency is actually just keep on doing it no matter what. Keep on striving to find the next thing for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be in anything entertainment. You know, when this pandemic hit, I didn't have a job in entertainment. I worked for Amazon. So, you know, you have to float, you know, until that next opportunity comes, and don't ever stop. Nobody ever said that you couldn't get a 9-to-5 and still work on your passion. Do it. Don't think like your passion's the only way. Like, do multiple things to create that opportunity for your passion to keep consistent.
Hey guys, Manny on the Street. Hey, it's Manny on the Streets right here. Bad Moms world premiere. All the celebrities gonna be stopping by.
I met you And I remember meeting you as a fan. I was your fan because
Oh,
I would
stop.
drive
You're
around.
lying. Stop
Seriously,
it.
no, seriously, man. I would drive around to the studio in West LA and I listened to this radio station with Ryan Seacrest. And then there's this guy that was, the reporter that was in and out. And Ryan would throw at you and you were out giving prizes. I remember
Yeah.
that. And then I didn't realize you were Filipino. So when I found out, I immediately had you on my former show. See, Manny, you were there for years. You've been there for years. And now it's getting more known. People of color, we're getting more
Yeah.
representation. Studios are being maybe forced or encouraged to have more diversity. But during your time when you were starting, it wasn't that.
What was it like when I was first starting? There was maybe one role every 4 months. And when we go into auditions, when we had to go into the casting office, there was all the Filipinos in Hollywood going for that one role, I would run into like a Dante Basco or one of his brothers, or, Jason Rogel, just all of us, or even Jokoy and Ernie Reyes. Like we ran into each other so many times in these auditions. And it's amazing because we still have that camaraderie and that love and support that one of us is going to book it. But now, fast forward to now, there's so many more opportunities for us to get on film and TV, and even in the digital world.
Did you experience any racism? Did you experience what setbacks did you experience? Did you experience any like a sly remark during those times? How difficult was it to penetrate Hollywood as a person of color?
The only time I've really experienced it is when I actually booked a gig. I'm not going to say which company or which movie or film or TV show. I booked it, and literally the day of shooting, they replaced me with somebody else.
Oh, wow. And you think that was because of your
I
nationality,
don't,
your color, your...
I don't know. I mean, well, back in the day, there wasn't that many of, Filipinos or Asians on screen. So they replaced me with a Latino guy. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And
more Latino. Filipinos can skew pretty much all across the spectrum. So
right. And I hear that a lot too. But I also find it interesting that you mentioned names that are common within the Filipino circle. Dante Basco, the Basco brothers, Jason Rogel, Jokoy,
yeah,
all these people. And what I like about this group is that you mentioned the camaraderie. You actually support each other. You
yeah.
you compete, but you compete for the same roles, but you consider each other brothers.
Yeah, when we audition, each of us bring our own characteristics and personalities to each role. So I don't feel like we're all the same. Like, to the outside world that isn't Filipino, they see it only, the color of our skin, right? But the way we bring in a character for the role or the personality traits of the character, it's different. Like I couldn't do what Jokoy does or what Dante Basco does. I'm totally like the guy that's a comedian on set, whereas Dante's more serious and sexy and cool. And, I want to be Kevin Hart. Dante wants to be Brad Pitt. So
I should show this to him. Like Dante's sexy, but
yeah,
he's cool for sure.
yeah,
Right?
no, he's definitely cool.
Right. But that said, your top 3 favorite Filipino personalities.
My top 3 favorite Filipino personalities. Wow, that's a good question. I'm that guy that loves to support the Filipino community. So even John Briones, like what, he's amazing. Like I've watched all his stuff, especially that show.
Ratchet.
Yeah.
Ratchet.
Oh my gosh, killed it.
Yeah.
Then there's Dante, then there's Jokoy. So I mean, the list goes on. I have a plethora of Filipino artists.
And you mentioned earlier you also like hosting, you also like interviewing people. You've interviewed a lot of personalities, not just Filipinos, but like, Hollywood celebrities. Who are your top 3 favorites?
Oh my gosh. Nicole Kidman, Angelina Jolie, Tom Hanks, Will Ferrell, just so many, and these are legends. You know, you grow up watching them on TV, and you're like, wow, I get to interview these people one on one. You know, it's or on the red carpet.
And I know that you're not stopping here. What's on
No.
the horizon for you?
You know, I did this voice in an animated film, another animated film from the producers of Shrek. Same Charming was from the producers of Shrek as well. So hopefully there's a part 2. But I did this voice, and it's a Filipino voice with a slight Filipino accent. And the movie is called Trouble, and it stars Lucy Hale, Wilmer Valderrama, Betty White, Big Sean, Snoop Dogg, and a whole bunch of, even Cesar Millan's in it, Jason Mraz. It's a long list of cast. It's an amazing film to be a part of, and that's going to be the next one.
Oh wow, look at you. We're going to be supporting you all the way. Manny Streetz Guevara, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us this afternoon. It was such a good catch-up session for me as well, and I happy to see you and happy for all the successes, the achievements that you are getting. Thank you. And
thank you, Jannelle. Thank you so much for having me on your show, and I can't wait to be back.